everybody. I'm your host, Jaime Soretta. On this podcast, we celebrate everything local. And oh man, do these ladies love local. So much so, in the last year and a half, they went from one location of retail therapy to going on 4. So let me introduce to you Jacqueline Thomas and Erica Jerido. Ladies,
hey.
What have you done?
What have we not done?
I was going to say, what haven't we done?
I mean, seriously, it was a year and a half ago we met, and you were building out your new storefront in Glendale, which you had, I remember I asked, how you did the flooring? You said, yes, we YouTubed how to put down floor. And now you have coming up on 4 different locations.
Yes.
So congratulations, first of all.
Thank you. The floor's been already done, so it's helped us move a lot quicker.
Yes, it's nice when that's
We're done with the floor. I'm not doing any more flooring.
I like we could surpass that place.
Yes.
So tell the people, what is retail therapy, Erica?
Yeah, so retail therapy is a one-stop local shop for small businesses. We are truly a community and collaborative space who just provides an opportunity for small business owners to have a permanent place to put their product. And we're also just a space that truly creates this family that understands the good and the bad and the ugly of running small business and just provides that support system.
We're going to talk about those locations coming up, but Jackie, I need you to tell me about this friendship of the two of you. So much so that Erica made an executive decision for you years ago.
Yeah, she did. She definitely quit my job for me.
Where was this? How did this happen?
So we did work at a restaurant together. She was the general manager. I was working in the bar. And, we just had some not so great experiences. And, she was having a conversation and she was just like, I'm quitting and Jackie's quitting. And that's just what it is. And she comes out in the front and she's just like, I hope you don't mind I quit your job for you.
Were you pregnant at the time? Were you about to be on maternity leave?
No.
That was you in the maternity
her.
leave.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like,
no more babies for me. I had to think about it for a second.
I know. I was like, wait, why'd you ask that?
I was managing the restaurant and teaching.
I'm pregnant.
Well, actually, I adopted my little girl.
Oh, you were going maternity leave. Okay, got it.
But she was still a total newborn,
Okay,
so I
yes,
had to
yes,
go on
yes.
leave with her. And that's where Jackie also kind of motivated me to make a life change in my career, because going on leave, I just had this opportunity to kind of explore other things I was passionate about, and being it was a difficult situation as I had adopted the baby. I actually did not qualify for paid leave from my school district, and so we were like, well, I just quit your job, I'm about to be not getting an income, and so we need to do something. And so we started hosting markets. And that's kind of where this just sparked of this whole journey.
Retail therapy.
Okay, so I've got 2 questions.
Yes.
First of all, Jackie, let's go back to I quit your job for you.
Yes.
What did you do next? What'd you say?
I was about to quit anyway, so I was like, it's okay. I was gonna quit anyway because of the situation. Yeah. I had an idea of how it was gonna play out, so I was just like,
so you're ready
it's
for
fine.
something new.
I'm ready. It was scary because I am a mother of 2, and life is life. But I was just like, let's do it. We'll figure it out. Everything will work itself out.
And you knew Erica would be your partner in possibly markets?
She had no choice. She quit my job for me, so she wasn't going anywhere.
You were responsible.
I was responsible, and now I had to fix it.
Yes. So
At
how
this
did the idea of
point-
markets come along?
So the idea of markets, we actually started vending in markets. We made a lot of different connections with a lot of different people. We did not necessarily love the vending part. We were doing a lot. We had a lot of clothing rack. It was heavy. It was just a lot going on. And so we were just kind of like, let's try hosting markets and see what happens, see how that goes. So we put on our first market. We found a really cool venue out here that, gave us an opportunity to host the market, and it just took off from there.
Wow. And that was how long ago?
That was 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Okay, so which brings us back to so much has happened in a year
so
and a
much
half.
has happened.
So you did that, you quit both jobs.
Yes.
You started throwing markets.
Yes.
And then was it that same year then you went to a storefront?
Yeah. So basically what ended up happening is, I still had to go back and finish my teaching contract that year. And I just had so much time away from the classroom. When I actually had to go back, Jackie was like, she could just feel my energy. I wanted to be creating this, something was coming for her and I. And it was really hard for me to go back. And she was like, you're not re-signing your teaching contract. And I was like, yeah, I am. Like, that's stability. Like, there's no way. This is what I went to school for. And she's like, no, you're really not re-signing. You quit my job now. You are. So yeah, she kind of
partners in crime. Yeah.
And so I did not sign my teaching contract. And now we're like, oh, okay. Like, so we're in these markets and, we have to create something that's going to be able to, that we can live off of.
Sustain, yeah.
And so originally we were just going to continue expanding our market concept. Okay. But then we were like, how cool would it be if we had a storefront where all of our vendors at the market could put their product, but we have no money and there's no way. So we kind of thought that'd be something way down the line.
It was just a thought. It was a great thought. And we were just like, we will figure out how to make this work. But right now it would be a cool concept. Yeah. So we're just going to play off of that and continue doing our markets and everything until we can get there.
Right. But a gentleman in downtown Glendale who owned a building, I was going to the bank. And this whole building, it's just a big empty space. And I'm like being all nosy in the window and I'm on FaceTime with her. And I was like, here's our store, like jokingly, right? And she was like, ask him if you could see the building.
Yeah. She's like, there's a guy in there. I was like, well, go talk to him. Yeah. Go see what he's doing. Maybe he knows something. Yeah.
So I go in and I'm like, I have this cool idea, but I have no money, so it'll never happen. And he was like, that's a really cool idea. Come talk to me next week. Oh. And so I was like, what? So we ended up going to talking to this gentleman and he gave us a chance. Like, he allowed us to get our foot in the door and here we go.
And here we go. And you guys have. So tell me about that first location. Where is it exactly?
So we are actually not at that specific location. We did move that location. It's right up the street. It's off of Glendale, which is the main street now instead of where we were. It was kind of like a little island. Okay. And we just wanted some more visibility.
Okay. So you're in Glendale and what?
Glendale, we're still on 57th Drive, and Glendale, we're just on Glendale, not 57th Drive.
We're right next to Black Sheep Coffee.
Okay, well, I know. I did a local up there, you don't say.
We're right there. It's nice to have other local neighbors, because we were a little bit isolated over there. So
it was a beautiful space.
Yeah.
And then
we put a lot of work into their long nights, long days. The community definitely showed up for us, and they were, we were working at night. It was dark over there, and we had this bright space with a bunch of women in there working. And so people would stop by and just like, hey, what's going on in here? So we got a lot of volunteer help from the community. It was a beautiful thing.
Wow.
People are like, you don't know how to do that, so can I help you? Like, absolutely.
Please, let me step aside.
Time.
It was
I was
so
on like
beautiful.
the last strip of the flooring, and I was thinking to myself, I don't know how I'm going to make this work because now I have no idea what I'm doing in this section.
Right.
And the guy was like, oh, I can help you with that. And they did the last row for me. And I was like,
from home
you're perfect. You're awesome. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
It was great.
So that is the first location, but I mentioned 4.
Yes.
So what happened next?
So I think we just really got inspired by, being given a chance. And kind of now we're like having this opportunity to educate ourselves on the business side because we're very self-taught. Like we don't have a background in business. And so we realized, that we did want to expand this concept and that we had so many local businesses that wanted a chance to be in our store, and that store was full. And so we're like, well, let's just start looking. And like our thing has always been just like, well, we'll just look. And then it's just a matter of like a feeling. And so we did end up getting our second location 4 months later in North Phoenix. And so that was our next location. And
where is it? Crossroads?
So that one was at the Anthem Outlet Mall. Okay. And I will say, we have had a lot of learning experiences throughout our journey. Between our first Glendale location and our Anthem location, we realized that, when we got that space, it was like, oh my God, Nike, Calvin Klein, like what a huge opportunity. But you really have to do your research on locations and foot traffic. And we market heavily, but you have to realize like location is everything, and if there's not a natural flow, it's just not necessarily going to work. And as a small business owner, the financial expense of going through the like beginning stages is hard. So both of those locations were kind of like our learning moments of where we were meant to be, and we figured that out. That is something that we have learned. So those 2 locations are no longer with us.
Okay, yes.
But I will tell you where our 4 locations
Yes,
are.
please.
So we have our current new Glendale location that we just talked about. And then our second location ended up being Westgate. Do you have time for like a really cool story?
Yeah, and especially with the way you said Westgate, and you smirk at your friend, and Jackie looks back with the eyes. So please tell me the story.
It wasn't planned.
This is a really cool story. So we are at your birthday.
Yeah.
We're at her birthday. We're at the what's that restaurant called? I forgot. We won't shout out anymore.
Yeah.
Businesses. And so no, but it was just so funny. So we're leaving the restaurant and we're out with our girlfriends, and there is this glass box. We call it the magic glass box. It is right in between Salt and Bar Louie. And I jokingly said, which I wasn't joking, I always thought that was the coolest space. And I was like, how cool would it be to have our store right here facing Desert Diamond Arena? And there was another tenant
right in the
there
middle of
at that
everything.
time. So it was full with someone else. And we're like, it's just this would be the coolest spot because you're right smack dab in the middle. And we're just whatever. And our friend said, well, if you want it, we have to go touch it. And 3 of us have to touch it.
Oh,
so
what?
the 2
Who
of
is
us,
this friend?
Right. She's
amazing.
We'll give you her number.
Okay.
She and so the 3 of us
gosh.
went and touched
Okay.
the glass box.
Okay.
Okay. Not even kidding.
And mind you, there was another tenant, like
another
fully stocked,
You're like
like a
waving.
whole entire
Oh my!
boutique that was
Yeah.
in there. So we didn't think anything of it.
I
we
wish
just
them well.
jokingly,
To you.
yes, we were
Exactly.
just jokingly like,
Yes.
oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna touch the
Yeah.
building.
So I randomly will send these like mass emails to properties I'm interested
Yeah.
in to just see if anyone like responds.
Right.
And it had been months, okay? A month later, after touching this box, we
it
get
was-
well, I'm saying since I had sent the email.
Oh,
email,
okay.
It had been a minute since we were looking for a space. So I get a phone call from Westgate, and they said, hi, we had
The
you in our
following
database.
Monday
the
after my
following
birthday.
Monday.
My birthday was on Saturday. We touched the box on Saturday, and then the Monday we get a phone call.
Yeah.
Your birthday present arrived.
And they said, we had you in our database as inquiring about a space. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if we're looking anymore, but like, I'm totally open to hear. And they're like, well, we have 1 space available. And I was like, okay.
Where
and
is
they're
it?
like, it is right in between Salt and Bar Louie. It's a kiosk. And I was like, wait,
Kiosk.
are you talking about the magic glass box under? And it was. And I knew no matter what, we were taking that
Oh,
space.
wow.
And so we took that space.
And that's where you are now.
That's our
Yes,
second store.
That's our second location.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Well, keep going. Where's 3 and 4?
Okay.
Our
So
third
then-
location, we were at number 2. I was ready to not get any more stores.
Yes,
I was
but
like, we're
Erica's around.
happy.
Erica's
Well,
stores.
Touching things.
right.
Exactly.
Just touch it.
Always ask permission. You should probably don't let this apply to people.
No, not people. Just buildings.
Just buildings. We only touch buildings.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Jackie, location number 3.
We were, like Erica said, she puts out random feelers to a bunch of different properties. We had a beautiful property reach back to us, and we were just like, okay, let's just check it out. I was still definitely like, we're not opening another
she
store.
was, like, set.
It's not happening. We are done with stores right now.
Yeah.
We need some time. And, we go look at this space. And, well, me and Erica are very proactive. So we go walk at Fashion Square. We go walk the mall looking at all of the empty spaces because we didn't know what specific space we were going
Right.
to get. And we were just like, casually peeking in through windows, not being weird or anything during
Never,
mall
not
hours.
touching
Yeah.
not touching anything.
We walked this floor and it's a higher floor, and it was just like, I don't know what day it was. It was a slower day, and we were up high, and I was just like, we're not doing this building. If this is a building, we're not taking it. Absolutely not. So we have our meeting 2 days later, and he takes us to that building.
But who was the one that said we are absolutely doing this?
I couldn't help it. We
was
walked
you.
we
Yeah.
walked the building, and we just talked to the management and just explored and experienced everything, and I was like,
We're doing it.
Erica, we're opening another store.
Oh my
It's a
goodness.
feeling. We're
I was
like,
dead set though. I
Yeah.
was so just like comfortable where we were. But once we saw the building and talked about everything, I was just like, we can't we can't not do this. Like, this feels like we need to open this location.
And this was when? When did you open this?
We opened in August. So so it was like, we've literally opened each one of our stores like within a month. So we probably signed
insane.
It's insane.
I know. How are you guys doing? I mean, how are you doing? Period. Are you guys okay?
We're great.
We're
We're
great.
awesome. We have truly realized that if you want to expand your business at any level, you can't do everything by yourself, and you have to establish a team if that's what you want is longevity. And we have been so blessed. We have just attracted the most incredible people into this journey, and people that I just can't even believe are part of our team. Like, we can't pay what a big corporate place would pay. You know, we're new. That's a scary move. And we have the most dedicated team with such talents. Like, one's an interior designer, one's a woodworker, like one, it's
perfect.
Great with marketing. And it's like, okay, you do this, you do, and we're dividing and conquering and making it happen. So it's special.
It is special.
Yeah.
It's been fun to see you guys grow. And
Thank
then
you.
with all this growth that you received, you build homes for all these makers to have homes too.
Totally.
Okay, location 4. We're going to spend on this whole podcast talking about locations here. But this one coming soon. When will the doors open?
Yeah, so we're opening January 3rd, the first week of January. It's TBA.
Okay.
Is it TBA or TBD? I don't know what the correct acronym is for that, but that's
January.
Okay.
Coming
January.
soon. Yes. Stay tuned in television.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
This was a special moment for us as new business owners because this connection actually found us, and that was like, whoa, like that was a moment.
It was at a point where, because we constantly were reaching out looking for different connections, and to have an amazing connection reach out to you, it was just like, really?
You want us?
Folks over here.
Yeah.
And so the amazing connection was
the Phoenix Convention Center.
Center.
So this connection actually came through Local First, which is
Love
just,
them.
been such a huge part of our journey, and truly stands by what they say in regards to supporting small businesses. And we have done a lot of collaborations and bringing resources to our small businesses. And so they thought of us in this opportunity. The Phoenix Convention Center has so much tourism and so many events, and they really wanted a local gift shop and a space to provide local, local
product.
people an opportunity. Yeah. And so they had mentioned this to Local First, and Local First said, we know someone. And they were like, we know your girl said you didn't want to open another store, but we have an opportunity for you. And we were like,
we're just going to make the introductions and let you guys make the decision from there.
Yeah. And here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Number 4.
How many vendors do you have at this point? How many employees do you have?
We have 15 employees, right? You're the payroll person, so that's your category.
Well, no, we have a payroll person now.
Oh, yeah, we do.
16, maybe.
Yeah. But no, I do believe we have 15 employees, and we have over 200 small businesses within our stores.
And different vendors in the different stores.
Yeah.
So people have to go to all the different stores,
Yep,
all the different vendors.
Exactly.
And tell the folks about what kind of things we'll find in your stores.
Yeah, so you'll find literally a little bit of everything. Everything is handcrafted and local to Arizona or a local small business. And so you're going to find your holiday decor. You're going to find your health and beauty, natural, organic, all handmade. You're going to find your beautiful candles and your woodwork and your local artists, different apparel companies. So there's truly, when I say something for everyone, there is something for everyone in our spaces.
Are you guys having fun? Are you stressed? Are you sleeping?
We have so much fun. It's nice to wake up and love what you do. Before, just working at a job where it was just like, all right, I'm going to get a paycheck. But now it's like we get to support local. Everywhere we go, whether it's out of town, in town, whatever we do, our goal is to support local. Even we went to a wedding and found this cool local market in Seattle. And so it was just like nice that we can bring that and create our own local concept to help. And then, just hearing the feedback from all of the different local vendors that we get, just like how they're so excited for the opportunity. And just, it just makes me excited to be able to provide that for everyone.
Why is the local element so important to you two?
I think because we experienced what it was like to work for someone else. So to me, it's about the local component of supporting our community here, and encouraging them to take what they love and to do something with it. I feel like in these last few years, we've all just been through a lot.
Yeah.
And so it's just was so powerful. And especially I think coming from a background in education, that is such a, like, I just have this whole vision of like going back into the schools and like being like, don't go to college. I'm just kidding.
Everyone can make their own choices.
But no, to just truly be able to show that there's so many options. And if you love something, there is a way to take that and turn it into something that you can, that could have longevity for your life. And so I think being able to do that for our community right here is just so cool.
I agree.
Yeah, I know you do. You're the queen of locals.
Double down on that statement, but not the queen part. But investing in community.
You make your own decisions, please.
Yes, investment in community
Exactly.
for sure. On this podcast, I like to ask about the jump. So if someone's listening, they're watching you guys, they're like, oh man, how are these girls doing it? What would you tell someone who's thinking about going out into the business world on their own about the jump?
Just do it. It's kind of cliche to say that, but just do it. You have to put trust and faith in yourself, in your business, in your passion, what you love to do in order to get anywhere. You being stuck in another job doesn't open up enough free time for you to, thrive and work on what you love to do. I can say there's going to be hard times. It's not perfect. It's not like I'm just telling you like, oh, you're going to take the leap and everything is going to fall into place. No, that's not it. Realistically, you're gonna struggle, but you have to keep pushing and keep going forward, because if you don't, you won't get anywhere. You have to take the risk on yourself.
And entrepreneurship is not for everyone. So if that's not your thing, that's not your thing. But for those who have that idea, you can't fear the hard times. You have to, instead of being discouraged, you have to pivot and just say, okay, why is this not working? What can I do to either go a different direction or make this work? And also, you have to put in the work. I always say, I'm like, there's never an event where I will not go shake someone's hand, pass out a business card, make some type of connection. Because I think we get discouraged so quickly by the hard times in business. And there's hard times for business no matter what business you're going to be a part of. So I just think, truly having that mindset of finding some type of small celebration, no matter what your experience is.
What are you guys loving in Arizona right now? What are you eating? What are you reading? What are you doing in all your free time? What are you loving in AZ?
So we're loving our local coffee shop. So I know we already talked about Black Sheep, but downtown Glendale has some incredible just local gems.
Yes.
Homage has great coffee. It's a local shop in
a local love as well.
Yes, a local love. I'm sure everyone we're going to say, because you
I love
we get
You're
a lot
everywhere.
of ideas from you.
And vice versa.
Yes. So,
and who else?
So, and then
Zony girls are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The local portable or mobile. I'm not sure how.
Yeah. Skate rink.
Yes. They're amazing.
Yeah.
And they have such great personalities. They're amazing people to work with.
Such joy, those ladies.
They are. So we've been having a lot of fun just connecting with different businesses. We're super excited. Toasted Mallow we got to try recently, and she's actually going to be in our Phoenix Convention store. So we're just trying to find ways to just connect food wise. Oh my goodness.
What's that little jarred pies that you have in a little mason jar? Fergie? Is it Fergie?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Oh my goodness.
I saw them at your place.
Yes, we
Simply
Elegance, the banana pudding, but she's talking about somebody else.
Okay.
I blanked. I'm so sorry. But I did go to the other day. I went to Ocho Cafe.
Oh yeah.
Have you been?
Yes, and it's been brought up on this podcast before.
It's phenomenal. They probably have the best flapjack.
Oh.
I don't know what they put in that,
gosh.
but you have to try it.
Okay.
For
Ocho
sure.
Cafe. Do you have a recommendation for me, Jackie?
Mazzarepas, is that what they're called?
Yum, yes.
They are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh
Where
my
are
god.
They and what are they?
They're several farmers
I was
markets.
gonna say they don't have a
a brick and
space,
mortar.
but they do have they do a lot of pop-ups.
What is the name?
Mazzarepas.
And what do they do? What is that?
What is it?
It's like a cornbread
It's
grilled cheese
delicious.
sandwich.
Oh,
It is.
I hate nothing about that.
No, it's phenomenal.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
and I think my last one. Have you heard of the Nixer?
Oh, yeah, the Nixer
Okay.
is
I
amazing.
reached out to her
Yes,
to
so
say yes.
phenomenal. Christine is just a gem. A non-alcoholic pop-up bar,
Yep.
but your drink tastes like if you were gonna go and have a drink. Like so, you still get that experience.
They
She's
shake
so,
them up for you and
yeah, it's
everything. They give you the
awesome.
whole experience of a bar without the
Right.
alcohol,
and they're so
delicious.
educated, like on why they're doing what they're doing. So you definitely. I hope she.
There's a
gets back to you.
podcast invite in her
Good.
email.
I'm gonna
inbox.
nudge
We're
that.
gonna have
I'm
to
gonna
nudge her.
that
Yeah,
for
go
sure.
ahead and
Hey.
touch that
Yes,
with 3 friends.
I won't touch her, but I'm gonna touch that idea.
We'll touch
for
the
sure.
truck.
Yeah. It is retail therapy, 4 locations around the valley. Erica and Jackie, congratulations.
Thank you,
I'm just so
Jamie.
happy for you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate you so much.
Thanks for listening to Jamie's Local Love, the podcast. I'm your host, Jamie Soretta. Our technician is Tom Heidinger. Our editors are Lorraine Shearing and Gina Coy.
Jamie's Local Love, an Arizona's Family Originals podcast.